Now we move on to China. China has reported a magnitude 6.0 earthquake in Xinjiang, a northwestern region bordering Kyrgyzstan, according to the China Earthquake Network Center. The quake struck near Akhui County at 3:44 p.m. local time, with the epicenter located at depth of 10 kilometers. Authorities have yet to report casualties or damage, and assessments are ongoing. Now we move on to Somalia. Residents and businesses in Somalia and Togo have expressed frustration after the Trump administration suspended immigration applications from their countries, part of a sweeping pause affecting 19 nations. The White House has said that the suspension, which holds green card and citizenship processing, was due to national security concerns. Countries affected include Afghanistan, Somalia, Sudan, Iran, Eritrea, Haiti, Yemen, Libya, Myanmar, Togo, Burundi, Sierra Leone, and Venezuela. In Mogadishu, residents have called the policy unfairly targeting communities, while in Lome, Togo's travel industry has suffered immediate economic impacts. With visa application dropping, an airline operation hit. Listen in to what a few residents have shared.
Donald Trump ma aha mid Soomaalida saameyn ku yeelan karto maaha sababta sidaas uu leeyahay waxay tahay Donald Trump naftirkiisa dhalad maaha oo nin asiga si Soomaalida oo kaleeto halkaas soo galooti ku ahaa asiyo Barack Obama iyo soo galooti ku ahaayeen say u dadaalayeen macna darajada madaxtinimo halkaas tii
caalamka dhan ayuu maartay ayuu sidaas u dhaqmaa dawladda waaweyn oo leeyahay maartay Ameerika ku soo darmaysan sida Canada oo kale hadda Venezuela dhibku ka wado waa garanaysaan oo dal madax banaana marka waa nin ku xadgudub markasta qaranimada maartay iyo safartiga maartay wadamada kale nin marba ku xadgudub waay marka waxaan isleenahay annaga dawladahaas ku xadgudbaan qayb ka nahay dawladda ku xadgudbaan qayb ka nahay marka waxba weyn oo dhimo doon insha Allah warkiisu.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Dr. Levi Nudu. He's a political analyst, joins us live from Johannesburg, South Africa. Thank you very much for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World, Doctor. Doctor, what more can you tell us about this evolving situation?
Good day to you, good day to the viewers. Thank you for having me. Please repeat your question.
Yes, I only asked, what can you tell us more about how the U.S.'s Trump administration's new, rule against Somali people and a lot of countries in third world countries affecting the people over there?
Countries would have their own policies that relate to migration, both legal or illegal migration. They would have their own stance when it comes to how to treat the illegal immigrants in their countries. In the current state, President Trump's administration appears to be saying that they are not happy with the presence of the undocumented Somali refugees that are found in Minnesota. And what appears to be the plan is that they are talking about having to deport these people out of Minnesota because according to President Trump, there is no meaningful contribution that they make to the city of Minnesota. And that's why he is talking about having these people removed. But what appears to be an interesting issue is that the leadership of Minnesota, as in the mayor, appears to be contradicting what President Trump is saying in relation to these immigrants, because he appears to be very much opposed to what the president is saying. This should not be seen as something that is happening for the first time, because based on President Trump's stance, there are those who are supportive of his stance and policy direction, and those who are for President Trump. And that, for me, creates an opportunity for a dialogue so that these kind of issues are therefore being able to be discussed, ventilated, and then a common ground has to be found.
Yes, and Dr. Levi, why do you think, where is, Mr. President, Trump's, this motive coming from of putting, not sanctions, but putting these rules against these immigrations or immigrants suddenly from these countries?
What appears to be the stance of President Trump is what has always been emphasized during his campaign, and not only recently, even the previous one, of saying America first and prioritizing the citizens of America. What also appears to be a challenge is that there are those, as I've indicated earlier, who would not agree with his stance and those who will agree with his stance. But I think we need to know President Trump for what he is, that he is quick to take decisions, no matter how the information came towards his direction, whether it is based on facts or not. President Trump appears to be the person who is always very ready to take the action, no matter what it would cost.
Yes, 100%. Dr. Levi, please stay with us as we stay on this discussion now. Now, Minneapolis officials have spoken out to reassure the city's Somali community amid reports of an upcoming federal immigration enforcement operation. Mayor Jacob Free, who is the police chief, and other city leaders have emphasized support for the Somalis, the largest community of its kind in the U.S., highlighting their economic and cultural contributions. Frey has warned that targeting Somalis could lead to due process violations and the detention of American citizens based solely on appearance. Let's listen into the comments made by Trump that was highly refuted by Frey and other leaders.
They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. That's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota.
Now for this discussion, we welcome back Dr. Levi Nudu. He's a political analyst, joins us live from Johannesburg, South Africa. Thank you very much, Doctor, for staying with us. Now, as you rightfully mentioned that, Minneapolis has rejected this, and you also interestingly mentioned that President Trump seems to believe what comes first to him, regardless of the facts that support such cases. So what political pressures could these city leaders face in balancing support for these vulnerable communities with cooperating with the federal authorities while looking at the Somalis in Minnesota?
Yes, indeed. I think what is something that we need to acknowledge is the fact that even in the first few months when he got into office, his first issue was to talk about dealing with immigrants, and indeed illegal immigrants that are found in the US. And this, in my view, should be seen as part of the plan and the promise that he made when he got into office. Of course, there would be those who would agree and those who disagree, but we are going to get a lot of unpleasant response to this kind of issues. And these are issues that have the potential to polarize the nation and its people, because there are those who are firm on these issues and there are those who are sympathetic to immigrants. And my view is that before taking action, it will have been important to first have a dialogue and as much consultation as possible, so that when a decision is taken, it has actually encompassed the views of the general population.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Dr. Levi for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now, moving on to